Chicago police officers who are refusing to tell the city whether they've been vaccinated against the coronavirus are being forced to go on leave. And some suburban police departments say they will not intercede if that causes a staffing shortage. Amanda Vinicky joins us now. Amanda, what are you hearing?
Well, Paris, first responders and other city employees actually have until the first of the year to get vaccinated, but now they have to at least report their vaccination status, and then those who haven't received the shot have to undergo regular testing. Repercussions are beginning to take effect for those who defy that order, with Chicago Police Department Superintendent David Brown this afternoon announcing that nearly 68% of CPD officers and civilian employees have submitted their vax status to the city's portal. And then of those, the majority, 82%, he says, are vaccinated. The CPD in the midst of having meetings with the roughly remaining 32% of police who have not shared with the city their vaccine status. Brown says after meeting with HR and getting a direct order from their supervisors, some officers did register, but so far 21 have not, and they have been placed on no pay status, not working. Brown says that it is a matter of safety. COVID has killed 4 CPD officers. Getting vaccinated, Brown says, will save lives.
This virus is no different than the gunfire we take as cops. And I will do everything I can, and I will say anything I need to convince officers to do everything they can to save their lives, the lives of their families, the lives of their other officers, and the lives of the people who we are sworn to protect in this community. We're sworn to protect these people in the community. It will go against our oath to take this virus into their homes.
Now, there is no vaccine mandate for Kane County deputies. Sheriff Ron Haynes says that it should be a personal choice. He says Chicago's requirement is more than a vaccine mandate.
This is a general lack of support for the Chicago Police Department. And my heart and my staff's heart bleeds for those Chicago police officers on a daily basis because of the environment they have to work in. You know, the violent crimes that occur in the city. An officer was just shot yesterday. And there is a very apparent lack of support from the city for those officers.
Kane County is among the suburban departments asked to be on standby. While they would not be called on to do routine patrols, they were asked by the state's law enforcement alarm system whether they would help should Chicago require additional police resources for emergency situations because of the disagreement over vaccinations. Chicago's Fraternal Order of Police president has been barred by court order from saying anything more on social media or in public, but had previously been encouraging officers to not share their vaccine status with the city. Now, Kane County's Sheriff Haynes says that while suburban departments do help the city in emergencies, this is a different situation.
Typical for an ILEAS, Illinois emergency alarm system activation, where it's, you know, a plane crash, a tornado, a flood, sudden civil unrest. This is something that could have been prevented through proper planning and proper support of your law enforcement agency.
Now, Haynes says that Kane County Sheriff's deputies would do anything to help an officer in danger if there is a true emergency, but he's generally rejecting this call because he says he fears it could put Kane's deputies in harm's way. He says that given Chicago's consent decree over the police department and also given State's Attorney Kim Foxx's stance on indemnification of officers, he fears deputies would not be protected should they need to use force in Chicago. Now, meanwhile, the head of the State Fraternal Order of Police says he stands by Chicago's lodge's stance that vaccine requirements should be subject to collective bargaining. FOP President Chris Southwood also says that given the lack of mandates at other police departments, Chicago's backup plan doesn't make sense.
So you're going to ask officers, unvaccinated officers, to come in and replace Chicago City police officers who refuse to be vaccinated you're going to replace those with unvaccinated officers. I don't understand the hypocrisy there.
He and others fear that Chicago could face an even greater spike in violence should the vaccine standoff lead to fewer officers in the city's streets. So far, Superintendent Brown says that is not an issue.
Officers have come to work. We've been fully staffed. There hasn't been a shift that's been short. There hasn't been this 30, 40, 50% shortage that I've heard from various sources. 21 people are in no pay status. 21. Everyone else is at work, doing the business, protecting the people of Chicago.
The city of Chicago has filed a lawsuit accusing the FOP of instigating what's tantamount to a strike over its vaccine protest, and there is a court hearing scheduled on that for tomorrow morning. With that, back to you in the studio.
Yep, and we'll follow that tomorrow. Amanda, thanks very much. And now to Brandis with local state lawmakers on the latest action out of Springfield. Brandis.